Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead reading for April 26th through May 2nd. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This is intended to be an all-encompassing or general reading, but it may resonate in a little bit of here, a little bit of there, or just one area. If it's about a person, this is about, or this also could be you or your person's, if it's about a person, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Full disclosure, this is the second or third reading, I think, because it kept getting interrupted. But the last two were you put your foot down about something and you were enjoying time at home. You were actually enjoying the time at home. You were kind of taking your lumps as far as the being in like separation was going, but you were actually enjoying the solitude. And according to that reading, you were going to start talking with your person next week when you had some time to think about things. It wasn't over. You just put your foot down about something and they were sorry and they were, there was all this, but you were plenty mad. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go, but it looked like you needed the time for yourself. It was time spent at home with family. You told the person that you needed time to think, and the work did not show up. Other than you kind of doing intermittent shifts here and there or starting something new, but whatever it was at like a minimal effect in the reading. It wasn't very prominent. So either everything's fine or you're in a job change or shift, or you weren't getting very many shifts or much work. All right, so for Aries, your week ahead for Aries. Okay. Week ahead. Oh, I know what it was. The first one, I got halfway through it and forgot to turn on the camera. Okay. All right, Hermit. That could be Virgo. Nine of Swords. That came up in your last two readings. Eight of Wands. Queen of Cups. The Moon. Pisces or Cancerian. Cancerian. Seven of Pentacles. The Empress. That could be Taurus or Aries. Okay. All right, so get some water. Okay. All right. It's just Nine of Swords. Well, what's this Eight of Wands? This Eight of Wands. King of Swords, that could be Gemini. What's this Queen of Cups? That could be Cancer. What's this Queen of Cups? Eight of Swords. What's this Moon card about? That's the Tower. That could be Cancer, Scorpio. What's this Seven of Pentacles? So this is all about you needing to make some decisions about what you're doing from here forward, because as you see it, even if this person does reach out, you are still doing what you're going to do. What's this Seven of Pentacles? But it's not like you can do a whole heck of a lot from having to be at home, but it's like you're itching to want to go out. But this is you, honestly, and it shows this in the last one too, that you, not this week, but the next week, you and your person were reaching an agreement. Let's put it that way. Reaching an agreement. Doesn't mean reconciliation. Doesn't have to mean. Some of you are like, no. But there was an agreement reached. But this is the thinking week. This is the leave me alone so I can think about it week. And this looks like it's no different. That you heard from somebody and you've got some decisions to make. And the good thing here is that you're putting yourself first. You could still be with your person in the same house and you two have been in your separate corners because of a blowout or because you're like, look, we've got to make some changes in the relationship. Being sequestered in house together has really underscored a lot of our issues. We need to work on things like that. So, but this is actually not like, oh, you're done and you're walking away. You put your foot down, but actually your person, you rally. Like you and your person rally. So you get your time to think about it. There's the Hermit there. You're in home, in house, thinking about things, having to make a decision. And it's a lot of things that needed to come out, a lot of uncertainty and things that weren't seen needing to get brought into light. Like, let's just Thelma and Louise it and get it all out on the table. Like, what is going on? And it looks like you're the agent of that you're the agent calling for change and getting everything out on the table. You're the one putting your foot down. So this looks to be a romantic reading, as far as like specifically a relationship, and like where do we go from here? What does being together look like from here forward? What's this Nine of Swords about for Aries? Five of Swords, making those decisions. What's this Empress about? Because it came to that. Whatever it was, it needed to get brought out, and your time either apart or this COVID situation, this Ronageddon, has kind of brought this about in the sense that where you're just like, you know what, I want to live differently, and I want to get out of the house, but I want to live differently. And so what does that look like for us? What's this Empress about? Empress. The Star card. That could be Aquarius. This could be Taurus or Aries. So in terms of work, it still feels like it's catch as catch can, like things are in suspension, and so you have time to be able to take care of things, but you're waiting on a decision. You're waiting to be told when you can come back to work or what your next shifts are going to be, and it changes daily. So things are kind of in flux there, and I'm sure that's an added stress. But I don't know if this is because you're an Aries, but you're like, you know what, it's going to be there if it's going to be there, it's going to work if it's going to work. Like, you're not letting that weigh you down too much. In the other readings that I saw, money wasn't a concern. It was like, but I don't know if it wasn't a concern. It was just that it wasn't at the forefront because this relationship issue took precedence in the other readings also. It looked like for the other readings there was shift work, or like it was when they needed you, you would come in, but it wasn't a whole lot of steady, like scheduled work. It was just really inconsistent because the company was, they were affected by it also. So it looks to be that this is like a very much a home reading, and you making a decision, and then you and your person actually rally. But this is the week where everything gets blown up and looked at, and because quite literally, I have had it, and you're not doing it anymore. I don't think this is someone coming back in. I think this is someone you're in-house with. I think this is someone you're dealing with, living with in-house, or you're in daily constant connection or communication with. Like, this is an active relationship. I don't think this is somebody from your past coming back in. I think this is you dealing with somebody in the present. And honestly, you rally. It looks like you rally here. Like, you put your foot down and you go, you know what, this is what I want for my life. And your person actually is like, okay, well, might take a while, but what do you mean? Like, what are your thoughts? You know what I mean? Like, lay out the plan for me. So all good things, not a bad thing there. Kind of boring because I'm sure it's not for you, but it's everybody's still staying home. This is you still being in-house and having to, make decisions. And it feels like because you're in constant connection with this person that you're realizing what needs to change once you're able to fully live again. Like, once everybody's able to be out and go and do stuff, it's like, I want to do this, this, and this. I want this. I want to have this. I've got goals now. This is like you wanting to goal set, and your person's like, okay, well, let's talk about that. What else for? But it's also a week where all the dirty laundry is going to get aired. Like, things are going to come to a head this week because you're putting your foot down and you're not doing what you used to do before. What else for Aries? Nothing wrong with that. Be fearless and bold. Yep. That would make sense here, certainly. What else for Aries? Yep, because and that's exactly what this is. You're like, it's come to this. It's come to this. I don't want to keep doing what we've done in the past. And I think just with everything, like, work is just inconsistent at best. It's there, but it's inconsistent. It's not anything you're worried about, but it's not anything you can consistently count on either. It's like, meh, but it's not taking the forefront like this relationship issue is. What else for Aries? What else for Aries? Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Okay, so there's that. Okay. So 5 of Wands and 10 of Wands, only because this is just added stress. It's like the inconsistency in work and you two getting into it, and then like, oh wait, I got to go on shift. I don't want any drama right now. I got to get mentally prepared for my shift, or I got to go do this. And it's a lot. This week is going to be a lot, but in true Aries fashion, you're going to handle it as it comes up. Because you're tired of things. You're tired of things. You're almost done, but you're not done yet. And it looks like you and your person rally. So there could be a call. Now, this is for the Aries that are in connection with your person. This isn't about somebody coming back in and getting back in touch with you. I mean, it could be, but if this feels like you're in-house with somebody and you're trying to find a way forward. This is about, it could be that you being the agent of change, you being the change bringer, you being the one that's kind of putting your foot down going, all right, it's come to this. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about that. I'm cleaning my glasses. There could be, it's almost like, okay, once you bring that, it's not to mandate and dictate change. It's to be a part of the change, like to be part of that agent of change. And to do that, you have to be willing to compromise or forgive. That's being called for here. Is being able to, well, in order to move forward, you're going to have to grieve, you're going to have to forgive, you're going to have to compromise in order to move forward. This is the Chariot and the 5 of Cups, because it's one thing to kind of lay down the law and go, this is what I want and this is what I expect, but it's not about someone being in service of you either. It's about you moving forward with or without that person. And you're kind of being the example here so the person can follow suit. And some of you are like, well, I don't want to have to do everything. Well, you can make decisions at that time if you see that you are having to do everything. But it can't just be like, well, things are going to change and this is how it has to be. And because if you really want to work with somebody, like, this isn't somebody coming back in. This is you dealing with someone in present that you're wanting to change and wanting to also maintain connection in the relationship. And you have to be... and I'm not giving advice here. I'm saying this because this is showing up here, that there needs to be forgiveness in order to move forward. So that it's not, me sitting there going, Aries, you be the bad, badass self that you are. But it's also about, part of that is being the standard, is setting the standards and then being that standard. So, okay. Because it's going to come to a head this week, and you're not going to shy away from it. So that's, this isn't about you being afraid or, this, like, things are going to get exposed and we're going to get everything out on the table this week. And stuff's going to get cleared out. What else for Aries? Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. So, all right. And this very well could be starting anew. Baby steps with long-term longevity and stability. Baby steps. So this isn't that whole, oh my gosh, they're coming back and they, no, this is a work in progress, and this is you initiating, look, I want change in our connection. I want this, when we get out of this, this is what I want to do differently with you. What do you think? This is you two working it out, basically. This is the start of you two working it out. Okay. All right. And it's not easy, and it's not flowery, and it's not precious, and it's not romantic and all that. This is work. This is clearing all the gunk out. And it starts this week. Get ready. Get your gloves on. All right. This is not... Yeah, okay. Shutting up. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good week, Aries. It's going to be busy, but productive. And look at this Empress and the Star card. And then we've got the Chariot with it. This is beginning to heal and beginning to move forward together, if that's what you want, because you're in the driver's seat here. You're the one calling for the change, and your person rallies, and it's going to be up to you if you still want that going forward. And I think you do, because you're still in connection, but week by week, right? Okay, all right. Thank you for stopping by. It's a good, busy, productive week. Money is in the background. It's catch as catch can with your work shifts, but this appears to be the home life getting sorted out. All right, I hope this was helpful, and I wish you and your person and your family safety and love, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.